Bippity boppity boo. All right, crazies. All right, all you kids, cats, and kittens out there in the radio listening audience. I'm your host, Professor Paul Markle, and I'm here at Student of the Gun Radio. And it is time for yet another edition. I hope you're prepared. If you're not prepared, I'm really not sure what to say to you, but let me help you. All right, let me help you prepare for today's show. Close your mouth, open both of your ears, and listen louder. There you go. No, we are coming to you from the Silencer Shop Studios, home of the Glass Case of Emotion.
Silencershop.com, the easiest way to buy silencers online, period. Online, period, or
there
online,
you go.
comma, space.
Online,
period.
comma, period. Full stop. End of story. And once again, we want to thank or congratulate. Who do we want to congratulate? Alan and Curtis, who were the winners of the Cold Steel Valentine's Day gift-away. They get Chaos knives and matching Chaos knife trainers from Cold Steel. So try not to cut yourselves. Oh, yeah, P.S. I didn't say it yesterday, but these are real knives that are really sharp for real. So just saying. They're sharp
for
objects.
Rizzle, my nizzle.
They're for Rizzle, my shizzle, for dizzle, whatever. I know, and that killed like 50% of the audience.
Yeah, their brain cells.
It probably killed Kurt.
That was from my friend D-O-double-G.
Oh
the dog.
Shut up. Shut up.
I just got stupider.
You lowered the IQ of every single human
Sorry,
listening.
guys. I'll let you bring it back up, though.
All right.
If you want it to be back up immediately, you can go to studentofthegun.com and click on the orange button and put your email address and your name in.
We did. You know what we didn't mention yesterday? We didn't talk about our Friday adventure.
What did we do on Friday?
Everything.
Oh yeah.
On Friday we did
We literally had. Wow. Yeah.
We did we started out with the morning mindset that we're doing on Facebook right now because we're not quite ready to launch it as a product for iTunes.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of giving you something.
Facebook and Periscope on Friday mornings at 10 a.m.
That's right. We did.
Because we know that you guys are not working on Friday at 10 a.m.
That's right. So we did Fridays. Friday's topic was say no to your wife. If you missed it, you can still go back to Facebook and watch it. I know Periscope's only 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
It's only good for 24 hours, so it's already gone.
Yeah.
But and share it, like it, share it, watch it. Shut your mouth, open your ears, listen louder. There you go.
When we start those, they're Friday mornings at 10 a.m. When we start them, we start the video, and we will not start the topic until we have at least 100 people watching. So
That's right.
Tune in Friday at 10 a.m. The quicker we get 100 people, the quicker we actually start the topic that we're going to talk about.
There you go. And so we did that. We came into the studio, made coffee, had breakfast, did that. Then after we did that, we went into the House of Pain, the gym, because if you know anything about Student of the Gun University, or if you don't, listen up. Student of the Gun University is an actual place on planet Earth, and this is where we record radio and we record television, and we have our studios here. And in addition to that, we have a 2,000 square foot padded training facility where we do jiu-jitsu and boxing and kickboxing and all kinds of stuff. And so we recorded a brand new a video series that we're going to be doing. It's called, if you know anything about what we've done, a lot of you dedicated people are aware of the program that we do called Force Options. And that's other than a gun, essentially. We can't just focus on firearms if we're going to be complete armed citizens. What? Complete armed citizen? That sounds familiar. Yeah, if you're going to be a complete armed citizen, you need to focus on more than just hardware, more than just a gun. And that's what the Force Options video series is going to be all about. Jared, was it 2 weeks ago? I guess it's going on 2 weeks now since you released the Complete Armed Citizen video series.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit different delivery system than you're used to, or that you may be used to, or maybe you are. But we did,
Not in our industry.
Yeah, the Armed Living. Yeah, exactly. In the Armed Living DVD was just that. First, it started out as a physical DVD that you could hold in your hand. Then it morphed into a direct stream download DVD that you could do instantly. You pay for it, you watch it, bam. And that was about 45 minutes, I guess. And the new thing, or the delivery method that is preferred by people in the modern world, is a series.
Yeah, it's basically what we're doing is the Complete Armed Citizen was kind of an introductory series to either reinforce what you already know or to teach you pretty much the fundamentals or the basics of being a complete armed citizen. And I'll do something for you guys. I'll be a good guy for you guys. That video series is technically no longer available. But if you want access to it, I can give you access if you email info@studentofthegun.com. If you're interested in the intro series, Complete Armed Citizen, it's a training video series that we did. What was it, like 30 minutes total?
I don't know. I didn't edit it.
I don't remember. It was between 25 and 30 minutes, I believe. But this new one, the Force Options, Dad's going to go into pretty extreme detail on stuff that you can do just with your empty hands, and it's going to be probably closer to an hour, judging by the amount of footage that we've got.
But it's going to be a video series, and that is so. If you know anything about video production, you do pre-production, you do production, you do post-production. So we scripted it, we filmed it, or taped it, depending on what your vernacular is. And so now the fun part begins. Jared needs to dump the video and edit it.
Video is dumped.
Video is dumped.
All
right.
I'm in the middle
all
of
the cameras?
Yeah, all three.
Oh, wow.
4. Holy crap, 4.
We used 4 cameras yesterday?
Yeah, the iPad. No, that was the GoPro.
No, you used the GoPro.
Just 3.
Yeah. So only 3 cameras.
But anyway, yeah, only 3 cameras. But the video footage is being sorted, and it will be available within the next couple weeks. And really, what we're trying to move towards for you guys is we understand that not everybody can come to Student of the Gun University at one time. So we're going to be offering online training video series for you guys that can't make it here.
Or before you make it here.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm getting to. If you can't make it here yet, then get the video series, watch it. That way you'll be primed when you come for the actual class. Like Dad says, live training cannot be substituted with video training. They go hand in hand because we can't teach you specifically as an individual what to do, but we can give you guidelines through video.
All right. So there you go, kids. You're welcome. And that's kind of an update as to how we spent a long day in the studio on Friday. All right, moving on. Now, Jared, I'm going to thank our friends, and then we're going to go into the main topic. Thanking our friends at Century Arms. Century Arms is also, in addition to the sponsor of Student of the Gun Radio, they're a sponsor of the Student of the Gun mobile app, which you can put on your iPad or your iPhone or your Android phone for free, thanks to the folks at Century Arms. Yes, they are welcome. You are welcome. Everyone is welcome. Duracoat, because life is too short to have an ugly gun. It just is. Brownells at brownells.com. When you go to Brownells, you can pick up Duracoat products. You're welcome. You can do that. And don't forget about Velocity Triggers at velocitytriggers.com. If you've got a black rifle, they have a trigger for you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Das geht an die Oma des letzten Propheten Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ich bin Allah so dankbar, ein Muslim sein zu dürfen. Das geht an die Oma, wir sind die Oma. Check das aus. Bismillah. Islam ist die Wahrheit.
I feel like a 12-year-old every time I play that.
It makes me so happy. That is the Religion of Peace Mixmaster version. You can only get the Religion of Peace Mixmaster version here on Student of the Gun Radio. It doesn't exist anywhere else. So you're welcome. All right, this story, and I'm hoping that you're aware of this by now, but you know what? You may not be, because This is not a story that the mainstream news likes to report because it just doesn't fit in their narrative. It just doesn't work. And quite frankly, the hits just keep on rolling. First, when this came out, it was an unknown suspect attacks people at a Columbus area restaurant. Then 12 hours later, they were able to come up with a name. And then another day later, they're like, oh, poopy. Turns out that the unknown suspect, well, he wasn't really unknown to everyone. As a matter of fact, the FBI knew who he was, and your wonderful Department of Homeland Security run by J. Jonah Jameson. You remember J. Jonah Jameson? This is the guy who told you and I and everyone else in America that, well, we just, you just can't keep these people out of our country. You just can't keep the death cultists and the monsters. You can't keep them out. But don't worry, because we're monitoring them. And that's how we keep Americans safe from death cultists, from the religion of death. Religion of peace and the death worshipers. That's how we keep them safe. That's how we're keeping you safe, is by allowing J. Jonah Jameson to monitor them. They're gonna monitor them. Well, let's see how well that worked out. Dateline, February 12th, story by Emily Shapiro, source abcnews.go.com. Man who allegedly attacked Ohio restaurant with he attacked the restaurant? So he was like standing outside hitting the restaurant with a machete. Bad restaurant. I hate you. Death to you, restaurant. Jared, am I reading that correct? Does it actually say man who allegedly attacked Ohio restaurant with machete
Yep.
was known to FBI? Sources say. And if you were an English major, oh, sweet Buddha, they have a chick for a police chief in Columbus. Well, there'd be part of the problem right there. The machete-wielding man who allegedly injured 4 people. Jared, did you see the footage of the people on stretchers wrapped up in bloody blankets being carried out of the restaurant in ambulances? I did.
Yeah.
Do you think the people that were bleeding out on the stretchers thought that they had been allegedly attacked? You know, when they're on the emergency room table and the ER doc and nurses are sewing them back together, do you think they're standing over them saying, this patient looks like he was allegedly attacked. I can't confirm or deny that he was actually attacked, but allegedly. I'm sorry, I'm not going to let this crap go. We live in a lunatic world. We have people cut up, bleeding, being carried away on stretchers in ambulances, and ABC News and Emily Shapiro say they were allegedly attacked. And you say, oh, no, Paul, the judicial system are guilty or innocent until proven guilty. ABC News is not the judicial system. I am not the judicial system. Don't tell me about everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, in a court of law, this isn't a court of law. When people are being carted out covered in blood because a dude with a machete was hacking on them, that ain't allegedly. It's what we know. And what we know is this. The suspect identified as Mohammed Berry, age 30, according to the Franklin County coroner, Dr. Ahani Ortiz, was in a law enforcement database which includes the names of potentially related to terrorism. Now, where did our good friend Mohammed, where did he originate from? We're probably going to have to dig really super deep into this because why? Well, I went searching for a picture of the young Mohammed Berry here, and I put in Columbus machete attack in the search engine. And guess what? I had to scroll down. I had to use the down button 3 times before I could actually come up with a photograph of young Mohammed Berry. All the stories, the Daily Mail story, let me see. I don't want to say exactly the Daily Mail because I see it in here. If you look at it on the internet, the stories they contain pictures of the restaurant, pictures of police tape, pictures of people being loaded into ambulances, pictures of the street, pictures of cops standing around staring at the building. Guess what's not in any of these stories? A picture of the actual killer or the wannabe killer, the guy who slashed 4 innocent people. Wonder why that, Jared. I'm not a scientist, didn't stay at a Holiday Inn Express, and I'm not a rocket surgeon either. Can you come up with a hypothesis as to why all these various news outlets just couldn't seem to come up with a picture of young Mohammed Berry?
Well, I don't think they possess the technology to do that.
They don't have the same technology that we have here in the Glass Case and Emotion Studios.
Not.
Apparently,
I don't think so.
we have supercomputers that can access top secret satellites to come up with a picture of an African man named Mohammed. Now, where's Mohammed from? Mohammed is from Somalia. Yay!
That's one of my favorite places in the world.
Oh, yeah. You visit Somalia. You should vacation. Your very next vacation should be to Somalia. The restaurant owner is Hani Barzeh, an Arab Christian from Israel. Whoa, did your mind just explode? So an Arab Christian from Israel is running a restaurant called Nazareth Mediterranean Cuisine, and Mohammed Berry from Somalia walks in with a machete and starts attacking people. I don't know what to say here. I'm blown away. What do you think, Jared? Is this, well, you know what this is. This is obviously an isolated incident that is in no way related to the religion of peace. Obviously. Oh, it says the suspected attacker, this is from the dailymail.com, has a Somali background and is believed that he traveled to Dubai in the United Emirates in 2012. So within the last 4 years, he was overseas learning how to be a good little Johnny Jihad. Is that what he was doing? Maybe he was being radicalized by a video. You know what? I think, Jared, that's what's missing right here.
A video?
They haven't looked into the YouTube connection. There could be a YouTube connection in all this. There may be a video on YouTube that enraged Mohammed Berry. And based upon his reaction to the YouTube video, he decided to go in and attack these people.
There's a lot of YouTube videos that enrage me.
I think that's the missing component here. I think that we need to get Hillary and her Justice Department, or her State Department cronies. They need to research whether or not a video caused this. There may have been a YouTube video that caused Mr. Mohammed Berry from Somalia to go all Johnny Jihad and start hacking people with a machete.
Well, they definitely don't have the technology that we have because their emails disappear. So.
Yeah, they can't even keep track of their own emails, so they don't know what's going on up there. See, the man's attack was first reported at the Nazareth restaurant in Delhi in Columbus around 6 p.m. Thursday. Columbus Police Department said and confirmed the man allegedly Here we go. He allegedly walked into the restaurant, had a conversation with an employee, left, and returned 30 minutes later, and allegedly started hacking at people with a machete. The guy pulled out a machete and started stabbing people, one mother said in a 911 call. I ran out with my kids. Riddle me this, Batman. Now it says, police say terrified customers tried to fight back. Some of the patrons started throwing chairs at him to get him out of there. There was no rhyme or reason as to what was going on. Well, yada, yada, yada.
They should have just called 911 and then done nothing.
They should have been good witnesses. All right, how
You
can
can't
you throw a
chairs.
chair and be a good...
Yeah.
Get out of my head.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say. How can you throw a chair at someone and be a good witness at the same time?
Well, see, what they were practicing was aggressive self-defense. It wasn't non-aggressive self-defense.
That's right. If they would have gone to the local martial arts schools non-aggressive self-defense training, they probably would have been better equipped to understand just what his emotional needs were. They should have. I got it. If they would have had a copy of The Purpose-Driven Life, what they could have done was they could have sat down with Muhammad and they could have read him a chapter out of The Purpose-Driven Life and talked to him about his feelings and just why it was that he felt the need to hack at people in a diner with a machete. I don't understand what's going on here. And I don't know why the police had to. It says, at some time, the suspect stopped and exited the car. It says, here we go. You need to get this guy. He just collided and it caused an accident injury outside. Okay, a caller said, you need to get this guy. He just nearly collided and caused an injury accident, the caller said. And he has a long knife. Did you hear that, right? He has a weapon. So Barry fled the scene in a car with police in pursuit. After some time, the suspect stopped, exited the car, armed with a machete in one hand and a knife in the other. Police said in their release, officers deployed a taser to prevent him from fleeing again, but it was ineffective. As the suspect lunged at police, an officer shot him multiple times. Why in the farfignugan are you idiots trying to taser a dude with a machete?
Because they don't want to be...
Because female police chief?
Well, I was going to say because they're scared of the repercussions that they're going to get by the media.
Because you think he couldn't be... He wasn't an unarmed black teen who was trying to turn his life around and go to college. Yeah. Or maybe he was.
Yeah.
I don't know. Barry died at the scene. Thank the Lord. 4 victims, 3 men and a woman, were hospitalized after the attack. It has their names here. It says they're in stable condition. They're stitching them back together, all that stuff. Got a nice scene of one of them being wheeled into the hospital, all bloody and allegedly bleeding. I don't know that all that red stuff that's covering their face and the sheets and stuff, I don't know for a fact.
No, this was all...
That's blood.
This was all
allegedly
staged.
Is blood. It may have been a CIA operation just to make the religion of peace look bad.
Yep.
Because, that's what happened in France.
It was called Operation Machete.
Yeah. I remember in France when all the Johnny Jihads started whacking people and the lunatics started, that's a CIA cover-up to just make Islam look bad. Yeah, that's what the CIA is doing today. They're just trying to make this look bad. I saw that, and people. I love this one, Jared. I love when people on the internets, on the Facebookage, when the internets people, when they have these live photos or they have surveillance photos of people getting whacked, like in the mall when they were walking around just indiscriminately whacking people, and then they pull the surveillance footage, and they're like, people don't act like that after they've been shot. Really? Facebook troll? When's the last time you were somewhere where people were being shot or did shooting? Really? Facebook troll? Shut up. But I digress. So here we go. What do we know? We know a Muslim missionary from Somalia named Muhammad walked into a business that was owned by an Arab Christian from Israel, whipped out a machete, and started hacking on people. This is what we know. These are the facts. We know that apparently there were no armed good guys inside of the restaurant because they had to throw chairs at young Muhammad here, and he was able to leave the scene, get in a car, and drive away. So, what the Farfignugan Columbus residents? I know. Well, what do you think? What do you think? People just carry guns everywhere? Or some kind of crazy paranoid guy? Yeah, that's me. I'm that crazy paranoid guy that, here's and when I saw this story, I was like, it said that the owner was from Israel, and I thought that he was of Hebrew origin. I was mistaken. Because if he was an Israeli, like an actual Israeli dude, I don't think young Muhammad would have got out of there unventilated. Most of the Israeli Christian type people, dudes, they get the whole Johnny Jihad is going to show up at some point in time, and Johnny Jihad needs to be ventilated, so that's just what it is. But I got a question. What are you going to do when Johnny Jihad shows up? Oh, that's never going to happen. Oh, that's right. It's never going to happen. You're never going to be sitting in a restaurant and for no reason, somebody that's on the FBI's terrorism watch list, well, we knew that this guy came here from Somalia and that he traveled back and forth to the Middle East, but we didn't think it was that big of a deal. When one of the thousands upon thousands of monsters of the death cult known as Islam, when one of these monsters shows up where you are because J. Jonah Johnson's monitoring system didn't quite work out, what are you going to do? Throw a chair at him? And after you throw some chairs at him and he runs away, and now what do we have? Well, we got to have a bunch of people laying around bleeding to death. What should I do? Be a good witness? Whip out your phone, do a YouTube video? Or you might want to actually do something deliberate, purposeful, and effective. You could try that. But I'm not a crazy paranoid person like you, Paul. I don't think I need to carry medical gear and guns and stuff. I have a phone. I forgot. There's a new Android app that stops arterial bleeding. Did you know that, Jared? There's a new you like open up your it's a tourniquet app, and you open the app and you point the phone at the arterial bleed and it makes it stop. Oh,
it like laser seals your skin.
Yeah. It's I have my phone. What else do I need? I have my phone right here. This is all I need. Everything in the world. I can save people's lives and with my app. I mean, that's what we're told. There's an app. Maybe. Dude, did you forget about the iPhone? The super secure one where when someone's trying to like rape, molest, kill you, you turn the phone towards them?
Oh, yeah.
Attention. Your face has been recorded by Super Safe. Think about it. Do you want to go to jail? That's obviously no one had the Super Safe bad guy identifier app on their phone. If they'd have had that, this wouldn't have happened. Or you could just, when Johnny Jihad walks in with a machete, you can like rinse, lather, repeat until he stops trying to attack you with a machete. You can do that. But, I'm just a crazy guy on the radio. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
You know what's kind of cool? Is that the people that call concealed carriers paranoid are actually dwindling. There are not as many now.
It's kind of hard to say, you stupid people who think you should have beep. Yeah, it's really hard to be a left-wing lunatic. You have to lie so hard anymore. You really do. I mean, you just like have to, fire is not hot, water is not wet, and the sky is not blue. And people shouldn't have guns because there's just a myth of a good guy with a gun. All right. Moving on. Let's talk about fun stuff like SWAT Fuel, which I am on right now, because as soon as we're done here, I'm going to go in the gym and I'm going to get my sweat on.
I'm kind of looking
strengthen my pimp hand.
I'm kind of looking forward to tomorrow's fitness talk because I was working out this morning. I'm trying to do a 30-minute circuit every day or every other day, at least 5 times a week. And I was doing it I just started that. I was doing it this morning, and I came up with a good topic to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, so don't tune in, you crazy hippies. You know you love Wednesdays. All right, SWAT Fuel. SWAT Fuel promo code is, well, right now until March, for the rest of the month of February, it's prepared. You're going to save 15% off your order of the 40 cal multivitamins, 9 milliliter plus P. Let's say that you're like many people that want to drop another 5 pounds. You look at your belly and you're like, I could get rid of some of this. Do the red 9 mil fat burner. But here's the deal. You can't just take the pills and go sit on the couch and play video games. You actually need to do something physical. Oh, man. I want a magic pill that lets me just lay around and eat Fritos and burn fat. No, doesn't happen. SWAT Fuel at SWATFuelStore.com. Frog Lube, it just works, and it's extreme. So get it, use it, put it on your guns, put it on your knives, put it on your toast. I don't care. Crossbreed Holsters, makers of the Super Tuck Deluxe, the Freedom Carry, the Purse Defender, the Bedside Backup, and all that stuff. If you're not carrying a gun, you're wrong. And if you're not carrying a gun because it's not comfortable, you're wrong again. So go to crossbreedholsters.com.
Season 6, Episode 2 is out for Student of the Gun TV. You can get that on Roku, and you can get that on Apple TV soon.
No, Apple TV
and you can
Amazon
get it on
Fire
Amazon
TV.
Fire TV. They both start with an A. Apple TV is coming soon. But the purpose of that is because we talk about women and guns. Dad does a whole segment about women and guns, and Crossbreed makes a pretty cool thing for women in their purse if they want to carry a gun in their purse. It's called the Purse Defender. So go to crossbreedholsters.com and check it out.
All right. It's time for one of our new favorite subjects or new favorite segments. Yes, this segment is called Quiet Time, and it's brought to you by silencershop.com.
The easiest way to buy silencers online, period.
Do you have to say that after every time I say silencershop.com?
Yeah.
You
it
do?
fits.
It fits. Okay.
That's what she
Now,
said.
this week on Quiet Time, we're going to talk about I don't have time to read. I hear this from my friends, from people who I'm acquainted with, who I care very much about. And I hear, I don't have time to read. Don't send me that book. I don't have time to read. Or you can send it to me, but I'm not going to read it because I don't have time to read. This is what I'm going to tell you. Let's be honest with each other. Your schedule is what you make it. Your schedule is filled with priorities, whatever is important to you. And I believe that if you're telling me that you don't have 30 to 45 minutes a week to read, that you're kidding yourself and you're not being honest with yourself. What you're saying essentially is it's not that you don't have time to read, it's that you don't want to put the effort into doing that. Those aren't the same. How many times are you just sitting or standing or whatever and looking at your phone? Okay, a lot. Yeah, exactly. If you find yourself looking at your phone, just scrolling through nonsense for 15 minutes, you could have been reading. But, Paul, come on. What are you, a high school English teacher? Why are you trying to convince me to read? Reading is exercise for your brain. And, folks, you need to have a strong mind. Your constitution needs to be bolstered in this time and era. It's not enough to buy guns and strap guns on your body. It's not even enough to go to the gym and lift up heavy things and set them back down. You need to have a strong, confident mind. because you are going to be attacked on all sides by people that will tell you, stop trying. You don't need to do that. It's not your responsibility. Someone else will take care of it. Let the professionals handle it. You need to just be quiet. You owe blank. You can't. Constantly, we're being bombarded by the left, by propaganda, by statists that try and tell you and I, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. You're not allowed to do that. The allowed versus able crowd. Oh, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed. What do you mean I'm not allowed? Who the farfignugan said I wasn't allowed? Your slave masters say you're not allowed. You need to understand natural law. Yes, natural law. What's natural law? If you don't know, you need to do some freaking research and you need to read. You need to understand why the Constitution is important, why it is unique, why the United States Constitution is different from every other constitution in the world. You need to know what your rights are, and not just only your rights, but your responsibilities as a citizen. You're like, oh, every idiot college moron walks around spouting off rights. Oh, my right and gender rights and blah, blah, blah. Shut up, you moron. We have these people in the United States, they're constantly spouting off about rights. They never talk about responsibilities. Take the time to read. Don't tell me that you don't have the time. You do. Make it a priority. It's exercise for your brain. You owe it to yourself. And that's all I'm going to tell you today.
Your brain needs to pump iron too.
That's right. You need to strengthen your mind, because your mind, your body, it's going to be under assault this year. There's Compact of the Republic, the League of States, and the Constitution by David Benner. If you read nothing else this month, read that book.
We're going to have Dave on in the future.
We don't have it. Do we have that scheduled yet?
We don't have it scheduled, but it's confirmed that it's going to happen.
Okay. All right. So the author of Compact of the Republic, David Benner, is going to join us on Student of the Gun Radio to talk about it.
If you guys have any questions for him, go to Student of the Gun on Facebook, or grad program members, you obviously know it. I'll put the questions. Student of the Gun Facebook page, facebook.com/Student of the Gun. We also have a Student of the Gun group. It's a new public group that anybody can enter. Our grad program members are in there as well. So go to that. Enter the group. It'll be the most fun you've ever had on Facebook. If you check out the pinned post on the top of Student Gun Facebook, there's a link directly to the group. And there's actually our 3 most popular articles are in there too. And I'll be adding radio shows, most popular radio shows, and our most popular videos to that post. So go check it out. You got anything else to say over there?
No, I'm done.